Omega Snake here, and today's boss is a request from Jamal, Kherry, who wants to know how to beat the Emperor of Explosives, Fatman. However, I decided to make it an edited video since there are a lot of variables in this fight, and I wanted to cover them all. Now, on his own, Fatman is pretty easy. However, he presents two special conditions in this fight that can make him seem tougher than he actually is. The first condition, well, I'll let Fatman explain that.
This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs.
Yeah, basically, you'll have to prioritize freezing all the bombs he sets up before you try and damage him. Otherwise, it's game over. The second condition is that bomb suit he's wearing. For those who don't know, a bomb suit is a special thick suit that protects those that do bomb disposal work from the shockwave of the explosion itself and also the shrapnel. In layman's terms, it means good luck beating him with body shots, because the suit will actually absorb the bullet and he will only feel the impact, which will hardly damage him. Your only hope of beating him is to go for a headshot, and I'll explain how to get to those in a bit. Now that the setup is out of the way, let's get to the fight itself. Right at the start, make sure you have Sensor A equipped, and keep it on throughout the fight. As you can see, Fatman has already set up two bombs, so go and freeze them. They're always in the same spot at the start, so don't worry about looking for them. After you freeze those first two bombs, Fatman will start skating around the area and randomly plant his bombs. Seriously, even I couldn't find a pattern, so it really is random. While he skates around, try to keep him on your radar so you can see how he planted them. If you see him spin around in place, it means he just slapped it on the side as he passed by. If you see him stand there for a bit and then plant the bomb, it usually means he planted it on top of the container, though he can occasionally plant it underneath, and he'll do it more often on higher difficulties. Also, make sure you listen for him as well. You'll know he planted one when he says a number.
1, 2, 3.
On normal or lower, he will only plant 3 or less bombs before turning them on. This number will increase though on higher difficulties, as well as how frequently he plants them. Also, how much time you have left varies on the difficulty as well, with you having less time the higher the difficulty. However, you don't have to wait for him to turn on the timer before you can freeze them. You can freeze them as he plants them, so you have less bombs to find when he turns on the timer. So make sure you try to pay attention on where he planted them so you can freeze them as fast as possible. Oh, and don't worry about Fatman trying to stop you. He usually will just watch you squirm as you race to stop his bombs, though he occasionally might try to shoot you, but only if his health is low. After you clear a wave or two of his bombs, he will say,
How about a little time
or when he says this, he actually means it and won't plant bombs for a little while and will instead try to kill you with his Glock as he skates past. If he says, it means he's got a beat on you and will shoot in your direction, so watch out. The last thing to be aware of is when he says something like,
You asked for more bombs.
When he says that, he's going to go around planting bombs again and will keep switching between the bomb planting phase and the gun phase until he's defeated. Now, I'm sure you guys have been waiting patiently to hear how you actually defeat him. Well, here it is. As I stated before, that bomb suit will absorb most of the damage from gunfire, so your only hope to damage him is to go for a headshot. However, since he's constantly moving, the only way you can shoot him in the head is to knock him down and shoot him before he gets back up on his feet. Now, there are 3 ways you can knock him down. The first way is to run up to him and melee attack him when he occasionally stops to taunt you, or while he's planting a bomb. Don't do it while he's moving though, because more often than not, he will damage you as he skates past and interrupt your attack. The second way may seem counterintuitive, but if you rapidly shoot him with your gun, though it won't cause much damage, the impact of the shots will cause him to lose his balance and knock him down. Though make sure you watch your ammo if you plan on doing that. The third way is to lay a few claymore mines as traps in places you think he will skate past. When he passes over them, they will explode, and though his suit will protect him from the damage, it will still knock him clear off his skates. Just make sure you remember where and how you place them though, because you can still set them off yourself and take quite a bit of damage. If you can't remember, just equip the mine detector quickly, and then switch back to Sensor A once you remember how they were placed. If you don't have claymores, just go around strut E outside before the battle, and you can find them there. Lastly, before I move on, I recommend you set up the claymore traps during the gun phase, so you don't have to worry about rushing to stop his bombs while making sure you don't set off your own on accident. Well, those are the 3 ways you can knock him down, though there is one more way he can be knocked down. If you see him skating around in circles, try to stay away because if you are close when he does this, he'll just skate away. However, if you leave him be for a bit, he'll actually go faster and faster until he eventually loses control and loses his balance, allowing you a free shot. Well, that's all the ways to damage him. How you go about it is up to you. Just remember to prioritize his bombs when he starts to set them up. Though don't be afraid to try to damage him while he's in the middle of setting them up, since the clock won't start until he turns it on himself. The last thing to note before I close it out is after Fatman is beaten, he shows he has one more trick up his sleeve and turns on the biggest bomb in the big shell before dying. I know some people probably struggle with this the first time, so I'll just say the bomb is a lot closer than you think. It's actually right under Fatman, and to get at it, you're gonna have to move his body out of the way and then freeze it like usual. Holy crap, that's a lot of C4. Where the hell was he hiding in that suit? Well, anyway, after you freeze the big bomb, the threat of the big shell exploding is gone, and Fatman is truly defeated. Well, I hope this helps you out in beating him easier, Jamal, and I hope this helps out the rest of you as well who was struggling with him. And if you want to help me out, I have a Patreon with a link in the description below, as well as a Facebook. And if you have a request of your own, just leave a comment. I do read my comments, guys. Well, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Omega Snake signing out. See you guys next time.